on my mat today. I was going to just do this on my own quietly, and then I decided that others may want to join in. And so as you see, I am in an unfinished basement, and my room is right there. What you're up against is actually a creation by my mom's dad, my grandpa. And this was a beautiful vase with a story of its own. And that is the base of this message today, which I hope contains grace. And I'm just moving myself. And my other grandpa actually made that cradle for me when I was still a baby, with a chair and a bassinet ready for the children that I've never had. But that's okay. And behind me are the babies that have not yet been fully birthed, but they're my own creations. And so I am choosing to move myself and also give you an opportunity to move with me. And I do have, unintentionally, but I thought it was quite symbolic, this morning as I put them on, a black and white sock on. And that's when then I see a little note that I wrote to myself that says, I am a consultant of faith, hope, and possibility grounded in a reality of our own creation. And right before this, as I was getting myself ready, a member of Peaceful Inner Warriors United Assembly, a Telegram group, you are welcome to join and invited to join. They had commented on the fact that if we are in reaction, we are not in creation. And they are absolutely right. And so what I wanted to do is give us an opportunity to move through a forgiving movement practice. I am not a trained yoga instructor. However, I have done yoga intermittently since 2007, and so I know enough to be able to take myself through a flow. And if you want to join in too, then you're welcome to do so, and you can just get yourself on your mat as and when you listen back to the replay and hear me say all of these things while I stretch myself and ready my body to move. And hopefully, as I do, you will too. And this is just really to help my wrists and to prevent carpal tunnel for those of us who do a lot of typing. What if we reversed how we're typing so that we were extending our fingers like tentacles up to the skies? What if we remembered the power of the question, what if? What if we just decided to get ourselves doing what feels good to us? Ooh, the first down dog of the day. Oh, yeah. I love it. I do. It's true. Do you love moving too? That is the question. And when we are willing to take our socks off so that we have extra traction, it serves us well. And if we don't, we might well fail. I just wanted to say that because it rhymed and what I wanted to do and why I named it a forgiving movement practice is because I want you to go through a forgiveness practice with me. And instead of sitting still for it, what I wanted to do instead was move through and let you be the guide. However you need to move, let that be okay. When you clear the air with a whistle, I sometimes start to sing when it's just not coming out in words spoken. Then I'll sing them instead. Oh, I love the release, and so I say to you, where are you holding on to things, and where can you let them go? That's what I'd love to know. Oh, oh. Just let's stretch and move. And if you feel like making some noise, it will serve you. It's better out than in, they say. Not just about air that becomes gas released. But the same is true for vibration. The same is true for song, for whistles, for cracking and popping, not just Rice Krispies, but we can be the ones that release and let that be enough. Oh, we say it's true if you want to do some crunches as we get to the core of what we're here for. Well, wouldn't you know that is something that will serve us if we do? And so as you do what you feel called to do, please know you do not have to make it structured. You can just move yourself the way that feels best for your body. Oh, I say to you, straighten up the cord that connects you to your highest self. And the middleman, the Christ consciousness that acts like the eye of a needle. We hear about that in the Bible, in fact, but would you know that if you are willing to let yourself be enough, you can move yourself and be part of a bigger clan. Oh, by clan I mean the tribe that we are all members of, and then that's where the forgiveness starts. The man who made the vase behind the camera did damage to the ones who came through him because he was selfish. And if we do not reclaim the responsibility we have to be about ourselves without that harming anybody else, that's good. But what is good but God ordered the universal waitress in the cosmic kitchen. Oh, I don't know if you have ever heard about the cosmic kitchen, but if you have not, you will. It's the idea that if you order something from the waitress who is meant to deliver you, then you call her back. She does not get to go to the kitchen with your order, yo. And so instead of calling her back, just get clear before you send her away, and then trust the process. So you oh, my shoulders are ridiculously tight. And so now tonight I release the burdens I've been carrying there and encourage you to share what you're willing to release as you go off into your day. And if you care to play along with me, then what you will see is the waitress from the universal cosmic kitchen will be able to give you what you're asking for with more clarity. So let's let it go, twist it out, and to know that selfishness is being about the self, and that's when I ask you whether you've filled yourselves with faith or fear. Oh, let this, just exhale it and let it be as we tap it out. Oh, without a doubt, I'm taking off my rings because I don't want them catching on my pants. And I will say that I'm going to show you the shirt I got underneath. Oh, my hair is up with a purple pen, or was, yes it is still, and so I say to you, it's time for us to inspire or expire and then take it off. Oh, let us be willing to be the ones that we've been waiting for as we go into a warrior stance and catch ourselves because we did not give ourselves enough time to warm up. And as I try to stare at you, I lose my balance because it's seeing me move, and that does not help me find the horizon, which is a flat point where you can focus your attention. Sometimes it's more important for us to focus on a point instead of trying to pay attention. Oh, it feels so good to let it go. My hip just popped. It does that a lot. That's where we store so much emotion. And so it is time for us to let it go and be a little flexible with the flow. If you get on your mat, yo. Oh, it's been 14 minutes that I've been moving on my mat. And what I wanted to say, in fact, is whatever you do, just move and let yourself feel through what shows up, and so, oh, it feels so good to let it flow. Oh, I am better to follow along to an instructor if I'm do something more structured to lead you through a practice. I had thought maybe that would be what I do, but the truth is what I need to do is just be willing to be myself. We got 20% battery left on my phone. This could get you in a lot of trouble because you want to make sure it's lined up, and it's better to keep your toes pointed too, from what I understand from being on the mat and messing up my knee before. Ooh, it's true. I just love to make noise, to let the emotions go. Oh, how about you? What makes you feel good? I'd encourage you to just do more of that. And as long as you are moving, it's not about watching me. That's just easier to do because I'm daring to try what can work for me. And maybe it can work for you too. But what I know is I haven't gone live for a while. So I thought I'd give it a try, since I'd be doing this over here. And tomorrow Facebook becomes Meta. I heard and I got a message that said, you gotta claim your rights for them to not name you, and I'll let you stay on there and use it against you if ever they could prove anything. Well, don't you know FBI is Facebook and Instagram combined? No, that's not true entirely. You gotta just feel into it. Except how perfect would it be if they just got us accustomed to sharing all of our details, where they didn't have to look too much further than what we do on the Meta book. Oh my, it's the Metatron's cube and the transhumanism agenda. I heard it has something to do with the renewing of contracts. I don't know enough about all that, but what I do know in fact is that the truth is stranger than fiction, and the world is a book. Those who do not travel read only but one page. That's what my mug says. Then they say that our mug is our face. Well, what do you think about that? I'm gonna do a couple handstands. I'm gonna do a couple handstands. Ooh. The snap, crack, pop. Let's not snap. Let's just let it go. Oh, don't you know? Oof. I have crinkly shoulders 'cause I haven't had a long massage in far too long. Ooh, I have one left at Massage Addict, but I do not want to go and mask up, which I won't. Oh, and then the ones who don't get allowed in, generally speaking. Oh, it's not cool or fair, but that's only because we have not claimed our rights. Maybe many didn't know they could. Oh, I don't know what the problem here is. Yes, I kinda do, and yet I won't make assumptions, because when we do, ooh, it does not serve us. Just get yourself warmed up. Ha ha, hoo. Yes, 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 yes. Shake it out and now do your best. And if you need a wall, take it on yourself to do so, my friend. My girl, talking about my girl. Ooh, 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 yeah, 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 One thing I know from classes I've taken is how they say you need to make sure you're not compensating and you're keeping yourself lined up with the floor. Keep yourself lined up with the floor. Do not overcompensate for more. Doing so doesn't get you further, but doing it the proper way does. And I gotta say it's happening here in my lower back. Ah, yes, that is beautiful. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Ah, la 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 la. La 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 la. Ho ho ho. Keep it lined up with the floor, and then when you want to go for more, tilt it up and do what makes you feel good. Oh, it's true. Aya, hoo-ha. Do you make noise? I do. Oh, 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 hiya. I'm coming to the end of when I have battery to do this, and so I just want to say to you, if you have something that you are holding on to that is trapped somewhere in your body, only you can choose to let it go. Only you can choose to let it flow. Holding on to that which is no longer in this present now moment does not serve you or anyone else. So let us get down to the ground and let it go. Breathe into the space and let it flow. And also know that that which you have suppressed or denied for a long time has become trapped, has lost will. And it has a lot of death, guilt, and denial there. So when you step into the gap, you'll find not only discomfort, but tremendous fear. For what would you possibly put in the place of there? That part of you will ask, it's so scared. So breathe with it. Breath is the first thing you do, the last thing you do. The only thing you do in between. Every day of your life, for as long as you live, you breathe. So breathe into that space. Breathe into that which is ready to be stirred, to be ready to be reawakened. Move through it. Talk to yourself through it. It might hurt. That part of you is hurting. Isn't that natural? For you to feel the pain that you suppressed before in a culture trained to be addicts. Feel it. Cry through it. You need to beat your hands, your feet. Let it go. Yep. Feel it. I feel the heat rising. I've been moving for nearly half an hour. I was moving a little before that too. And then I decided that I'd come to you. So that not only I could get the benefit of moving the energy in me. And so as you hear the snap, crackle, pop, and me understand There is a part of you that needs to too. That's why you found this now in the unfinished basement, and all doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I come to you live perfectly imperfectly in hopes it gives you permission for you to let it go, to move that flow. Oh, breathe into it again. What came up? What comes up? Touch those deepest places inside where space was made, the gaps that hide the fear, the anger, the denial, the guilt. Feel your own readiness to face those, to heal, or not. Feel your resistance then. What is that about? Only you know. Without a doubt, you know. You're the guide. Your higher self is. Your intuition. The teacher your soul hired ahead of time to guide you through this life. So let it flow. Let it go. Own it all. Breathe into those gaps. Oh, it feels so good to move. We're so blessed. We're so blessed with this 3D meat suit that transports our souls. Because as much as the ascended masters were the ones that mastered themselves, their journey as men and women is done. They mastered it, and so they can only guide from the sidelines. We are the ones on the game board. You are on the game board of life. Right now, you have a chance to master yourself. It's scary. One jumped on. I said that. They jumped off. Not what I came here for. I didn't want to hear that. Yo, it comes with too much responsibility. Maybe, but the ability to respond is what we have a chance to do now as we master who and whose we are. Breathing into what's been done on this mat, even if it didn't seem like a lot to you or to me. But I got on my mat for half an hour, and I'm grateful to myself for making it happen. I almost said making me do it, but there was not a making of, other than making of the woman you see before you, the strong, the one who honors herself. Yes, not just me. May that be we. May you have moved with me through this. So good. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to do a forgiveness exercise practice. I was going to do my own before this, and then I decided it was 2:55 and it was time to go live. And so I trusted my ing and did. Ing, inner guidance system. That's what Gabrielle Bernstein refers to your intuition, emotional guidance system, inner guidance system, rather. Maybe she didn't originate that. She's just the first I heard it from, in fact. But it is time for us to better honor ourselves, to truly start doing what feels good to us, moving through, drinking that which will heal and help. This is cacao, which is a heart opener. So, I want to give thanks to my body, to your body, for making it here today. Whenever that is for you, every now moment is happening now, regardless of what date the day is that you find this. It's still now, where you are, where I am. All time is happening now. Let us be grateful. We can always meet one another and ourselves in the now. Make noise. Let yourself be heard. Even if only just a quiet at first. Depending on how long you've been making noise, determines how comfortable you feel, how much resistance you have experienced also determines how comfortable you feel. Make yourself a safe space to be heard in. If you do not find willing acceptance of your voice, of the noise that you make, recognize that the projections you encounter outside of yourself are not necessarily yours. We are all mirrors to one another. And so if someone is not comfortable with the noise or ways that you express yourself, that is on them. And there's a part of you that is also being mirrored back to you, so love on that part of you. If they can't handle you loving on them in that moment, it's not even about them, they just gave you back the reflection you needed, in fact. So be willing to clear the air. Give yourself what you are seeing a lack of acceptance for out there. It is all just a beautiful mirror, as I have been for you here. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for giving this message a like, sharing with a friend that may want to know it's okay to just move without a purpose specifically other than to make space, so that you then have more grace to extend into your life. Let that be how you make room for better things, because we live in a full universe. Your life is already full, so is mine. All of our lives are already full. And so when we understand that good takes the place of great, when we understand that that which we do not desire is taking the space of that which we desire to give birth to, sire, to give birth to. So desire is literally, what do you desire to give birth to? And if you know your life is full, you have to let go of that which no longer excites and delights you, so that you have space for that which will. And I hope that today this did. So thank you for tuning in, for moving with me, for honoring yourself, and moving through your life in a way that will serve you. And may we play nicely together. And most especially, please be kind to yourself. For the kinder you are to yourself, the kinder you have space to be to the rest of us. Mirrors to you. Have a great day. Laura J. Namaste. Namago.